你觉得台湾是中国的一部分吗？
啊？
台湾是不是中国的一部分
？Ah, TikTok. Everyone's favorite app, right? I mean, it's just so engaging, educational, a real fountain of knowledge, just waiting for everybody to discover, right? No. Do Chinese eat dogs? Yes they do. Not all Chinese people eat dogs, obviously, but just look at all of the dog meat restaurants that show up on a simple Baidu map search. Baidu is China's version of Google, and their map shows so many dog meat restaurants in China, it's unbelievable. If Chinese people don't eat dogs, why do they have so many dog meat restaurants? Everyone can do Chinese Kung Fu? It's not even a question. Ah, you finally managed to formulate a grammatically correct question. Does Taiwan belong to China? Fuck no, it doesn't. Okay, that was just for fun, but seriously, TikTok is awful. Or so I'd heard. You see, I'm one of those people that have really avoided TikTok for the longest of times because I've heard the rumors. You know what rumors I'm talking about, right? That little rumor that TikTok is controlled by the Chinese Communist Party. Actually, the word TikTok has become synonymous with the CCP, and you can't mention one without thinking about the other. So TikTok is owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance, and if you're a company in China, then you are beholden to the CCP. And honestly, I would rather jump into a cage with a lion, a tiger, a polar bear, and fuck it, let's throw a great white shark in there too, with raw meat attached to my body and a big neon sign on top of me saying free lunch, than trust the CCP. The CCP are not exactly transparent with their information. COVID. Sorry. Maybe I got COVID. Anyway, the Chinese Communist Party can and will use ByteDance to their advantage if they want to. For example, they could censor whatever they like or even change the algorithm to favor pro-CCP propaganda. They have been caught doing this in the past. For example, in Hong Kong, where the Chinese government used TikTok to access data and track Hong Kong activists. So I think it's just a little bit fair to be concerned about TikTok. But this guy doesn't seem to think we should be concerned at all.
Mr. Chu, do you agree that TikTok is controlled by the CCP?
No.
Okay, I thought you'd say that.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is we should all be a little bit wary of a company that's linked to the Chinese Communist Party, which is why I've usually avoided TikTok until now. So I downloaded TikTok onto my phone, and I did use a burner email address and an old phone that I'd factory reset. I wanted to stay safe, but I also wanted to find out what CCP propaganda there would be on TikTok in the UK, in particular relating to Taiwan. I used the UK version of TikTok and only used the app for one single day, and what I found was pretty obvious, but also quite surprising. But before we get to what I found on TikTok, in case you've been living under a rock, the Chinese Communist Party truly believes that Taiwan is part of their territory, which is complete and utter make-believe. So Taiwan is close to China in terms of distance, but it's a million miles away in almost everything else. I lived in Taiwan for 2 years, and I lived in China for 7 years, and I can tell you that these two countries couldn't be any more different. They have different governments, currency, military, healthcare, culture, history, ideas, and the list goes on and on and on. Taiwan is not a part of China, and it never will be. But that's not what the CCP and its army of sycophants want you to think. So let's see what they're saying on the UK version of TikTok. This should be interesting.
你觉得台湾是中国的一部分吗？
啊，
台湾是不是中国的一部分？
那台湾就是中国的嘛，怎么是中国一部分人？真是的。
对，台湾就是中国的。
那台湾就是中国一个县份嘛。
一个对一个台湾省。
还能到广州一个县份嘛。啊。一个县嘛。
是。
The old man is a little bit senile. I think he needs to take his medicine. Maybe he should go and get checked for like dementia or Alzheimer's. Yeah, that's awful. What a horrible old man. And that girl next to him, and she just really, really makes my blood boil.
都是中国的嘛，那不歪曲事实不可以啊。
对，不能歪曲事实，没错。
Exactly, don't distort the truth. Which is exactly what they were doing. Alright, what have we got here? Epic drum roll. What's he doing? Oh, he's making a t-shirt. What does it say on the t-shirt? I wonder. Taiwan belongs to China. 100%. This is a long ass video, isn't it? Just for a guy making a t-shirt. So boring. Alright, let's see it. Oh, okay, there's the t-shirt. Taiwan belongs to China 100%. What I would do is I would just remove the 1 and the first 0. And then you've got it right. Taiwan belongs to China. 0%. That would be the perfect t-shirt. Maybe I'll make one. Okay, so it's that song, Red Sun in the Sky, about Mao Zedong. Quite funny that this song actually came out in like 1992. Maybe it's a cover, but yeah, it sounds like totally like 1970s. 80s even. 80s sort of like communist China era. Anyway, this song is always used to like make fun of China, but I think in this case it's not. Because yeah, it's like, says on there Taiwan is a state of China, it's not a country. And they're drawing around the map. Please, oh, you better not go over North Korea. Lucky, because they would be pissed off. A message for Western warmongers. Taiwan is China, and China is Taiwan. Bullshit.
Taiwan Air Identification Zone is a US invention to portray China as aggressive. It would be the same as Russia creating US imperialism designed to provoke and build support for military defense of Taiwan.
Did you hear there that they didn't edit it properly and they put one audio segment over the other audio segment? And the fact that they use some stupid AI voice is... And it can't even get the intonation right, so it just sounds stupid. I love that kind of stuff, because the Chinese Communist Party always use this, and they always make mistakes, and it's great. Okay, next up, what have we got? One of those videos again. It says China can put 40 million soldiers on the battlefield. Xi Jinping will destroy Anglo-Saxon rats. What? If they try to take Taiwan. What? Anglo-Saxon rats? Sorry, but that is kind of racist right there. Why is that allowed on TikTok? Okay, and now we've got an animation of an attack on Taiwan. Do you remember this one? It showed all missiles but 2 missing Taiwan. There's one there, in the north and south. That is so stupid. If they're going to show an attack on Taiwan, they better show them hitting Taiwan.
See them as a threat to everything. There's a lot of bollocks talked, isn't there, about this island called Taiwan, which is just off the coast of the People's Republic of China. It's a little small dot, you know, compared to the enormous size of mainland China. The People's Republic of China, which is of course the sort of rightful state, and the formal feudal lords who call themselves the Republic of China on Taiwan.
Feudal lords?
Now, of course, the West.
Feudal lords? What is he talking about? If he's talking about how Taiwan used to be, then yeah, okay. But now Taiwan is like a fully fledged democracy. What is this guy talking about? We've got ourselves another senile old man here, folks.
Love to have a go at China, don't they? Because they're fucking obsessed about the Chinese, you know. See them as a threat to everything, you know, which is all fucking bollocks, of course. The West, of course, automatically side with fucking Taiwan, even though the arguments that are proposed by the Republic of China on Taiwan are complete bollocks. I mean, they're complete bollocks. It's completely obvious to even the most cursory examination that Taiwan rightfully belongs to the People's Republic of China. It's rightfully part of mainland China. And the sooner it's taken over by China, the fucking better.
The sooner it's taken over by China, the better. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Oh, so he thinks that if the CCP takes over Taiwan, then that's going to improve life on Taiwan? Does he not even know that people in Taiwan have a pretty good life? In fact, their life is about 1,000,000 times better than the average person living in China. Just one thing I can think of off the top of my head is Taiwan's healthcare. They have universal healthcare, which means that it's free for the people. China has nothing like that. If the CCP takes over Taiwan, Taiwan is fucked. God, just a crazy old man. What is this guy's problem?
Because presumably, when that happens, the Communist Party can take charge of the country and hopefully run it in some semblance of a way where it serves the benefit of ordinary working people and it doesn't serve the benefit of a feudal overlord class. So as usual, the West has got it entirely fucking wrong.
You've got it entirely fucking wrong, you idiot.
Taiwan.
Oh, what have we got here? Another crazy old man by the looks of things. What is it with these old white dudes just kissing the ass of the CCP?
It's part of China. It's just off the mainland of China. For the position that the Europeans have taken on Taiwan under pressure from the Americans has been very disappointing. We would like Europe and the Americans to stay out of China's business. Antagonizing about Taiwan with visits here, visits there, or new military bases in the area, more warships in the South China Sea. The South China Sea. It's not the Pacific, the Atlantic, it's the South China Sea.
Oh dear. So yeah, like, how about the Indian Ocean? Does that mean that only India could sail its ships in the Indian Ocean?
The United States recognizes the government of the People's Republic of China as a sole legal government of China. There is but one China, and Taiwan is part of China.
I guess that's a little ambiguous.
Well, I guess it's a little not ambiguous because of the way you cut it. This guy is full of shit. I mean, he didn't show the whole clip, and he really just cut it conveniently to suit his little one China narrative that he's got going on there. And that's one of the reasons why I really don't like TikTok, is because it's easy to cut up small clips and take them out of context. So this guy just took everything out of context, and here is what Carter really said.
The United States recognizes the government of the People's Republic of China as a sole legal government of China. Within this context, the people of the United States will maintain cultural, commercial, and other unofficial relations with the people of Taiwan. The government of the United States of America acknowledges the Chinese position that there is but one China, and Taiwan is part of China.
So Jimmy Carter said that he acknowledges China's position, but that doesn't mean that he recognizes it. Two completely different things. Because to acknowledge something means that, oh, I hear what you're saying, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you agree with it. And if they said we recognize China's position, then yeah, that would mean an acceptance of their position.
On Taiwan, I reiterated the long-standing U.S. One China policy. That policy has not changed. It's guided by the Taiwan Relations Act, 3 joint communiques, the 6 assurances. We do not support Taiwan independence. We remain opposed to any unilateral changes to the status quo by either side. We continue to expect the peaceful resolution of cross-strait differences.
And yep, as you can see, Blinken there just reaffirming what the US has been saying pretty much since 1979. There's nothing new there, and it's hilarious how all of these CCP shills have just jumped on this, and they're like, see, even Blinken said that Taiwan is a part of China. No, he didn't. Did they even listen to what this guy said? So just to summarise, what we saw was the typical CCP pathetic propaganda flooding the internet with its lame, uninspired garbage. They talk about this one China policy a lot, and they claim that the USA recognised China's claim of sovereignty over Taiwan, but that's not entirely true. They do acknowledge China's claim over Taiwan, but they don't recognise that claim. Now, it is intentionally ambiguous with the wording, right? But in my opinion, this is still a big win for China, because the uninformed person watching one of those videos wouldn't think that there's much difference in acknowledging something or recognizing something, and so China can use this to their advantage. And to further complicate the matter, the USA has this thing called the Taiwan Relations Act, and another little thing called the 6 Assurances. These are 2 policies that are set up to maintain relations with Taiwan and to offer Taiwan protection from China's continued aggression. It's kind of strange, really, isn't it? If Taiwan is indeed a part of China, like China claims it is, then why on earth does the USA need to offer protection and sell weapons to Taiwan? Is the USA defending China from China? Obviously, the USA has made their stance clear. Taiwan is neither a country, nor does China own this piece of prime real estate. The USA still perpetuates this narrative to this day. Now, I do appreciate that the USA will defend Taiwan, but I really don't like this silly little game the world are playing with China and Taiwan. I mean, why should Taiwan's fate be determined by an evil dictatorship and a bunch of democratic countries that will go out of their way to try not to offend this evil dictatorship? Why don't they care that by kissing the ass of the evil dictatorship, they're offending 23 million Taiwanese people? Don't they care? But don't worry, because I have an idea. How about we let the Taiwanese people decide who has sovereignty over Taiwan? Wouldn't that be a good idea? And I'm pretty sure that most of them will tell you that China has nothing to do with Taiwan and that Taiwan is Taiwan. Pretty simple, isn't it? During my time on TikTok, I was actually surprised to see several videos on there supporting Taiwan. I seriously didn't expect to see that on a Chinese-owned app. but I guess they don't quite have the iron grip on censorship that they would like to have, and maybe they just keep a few pro-Taiwan videos around just to fool us all into believing that the Chinese government doesn't censor TikTok. I really don't know, but I can guarantee you that China's version of TikTok, Douyin, doesn't have anything like this on there. Why don't you go on there and have a search for yourself if you're risky enough to download that piece of crap onto your phone? And it is important to note as well that the content creators who made these videos supporting Taiwan were very careful with their wording. One of them even disabled the comments section of her videos, obviously to avoid the Wu Mao and trolls writing horrible comments to her. So even when living in a free and democratic country, you have to really fear the CCP. What's even stranger for me is that I was considering uploading one of my videos onto TikTok as a kind of a little experiment to see if I could get censored, see what would happen, but I actually discovered that one of my videos is already there. I'm not really sure who uploaded one of my videos, and to be honest with you, I'm not really bothered. I don't give a crap. As long as the message gets out there that Taiwan is not a part of China, and the message, be it on an app controlled by the Chinese government, it just makes it even better. I do wonder how long that video will actually stay up there. Maybe it will be up there forever, because I guess my videos are not really top priority for the CCP yet. Hopefully, maybe one day they will be. Anyway, so that was my day on TikTok, and thankfully, it's over. I seriously do not understand this app. Maybe I'm just too old and I'm not cool anymore, right? But the whole thing just seems ridiculous to me. As a content creator and somebody with a background in filmmaking, I can see so many things wrong with TikTok. In fact, I'd go as far as saying that this app is a serious content creator's nightmare. Having to film in portrait mode is really lame, and if you do film in landscape, you either have to crop the footage or just upload a scaled down version of your video. Not good, right? I also really can't stand this time limitation thing, where videos can't be over a certain time, which means to me that I have to heavily edit what I say and cut so much of my original video that it just loses all of its meaning. When I'm out and about, I see people all over the place just mindlessly swiping their phone like zombies and waiting to be rewarded with a video that they like. And it makes me think that people are becoming less in control of their own lives and dependent on apps to make decisions for them. And seriously, who wants the Chinese government making decisions for you? I certainly don't. I seriously think that the quality and production value and the educational values of these short TikTok videos is always going to be questionable, and China's possible interference with the content designed to dumb down users has already been well documented and put into the spotlight on multiple occasions. I personally think that this app seriously could be detrimental to children if used in the wrong way, but I also believe that it's the parents' responsibility to monitor their child and to make sure that their child doesn't spend too much time on these apps like TikTok. What also disturbs me a little bit is that in order to grab a share of the market that TikTok is already dominating, YouTube seems to really be pushing YouTube Shorts recently. So it is possible that in the future we'll see more of these ridiculous short videos. But I guess at least it won't be controlled by the Chinese Communist Party, right? Anyway, rant over. TikTok clearly isn't for me, so there's only one more thing left to do. It's time to get rid of this piece of crap app off of my phone forever. And if you have it on your phone, I suggest you do the same.